He's not here yet, but we're about to welcome him. Thank you, Rick. As if we haven't had enough excitement this evening, then we are about to crank things up all the way to 11, OK? Because joining me now, live on the sofa, will you go mad, please, for the current Doctor, the man who's defeated the Daleks, rebooted the entire universe, and most impressively of all, made the bow tie look cool. Give it up, please, for Matt Smith! Have a seat. The fish fingers and custard for you, if you need them.
Thank you very much.
There. Can I just
although it's covered, the custard's going up cold.
You could, oh, look, he actually genuinely loves that.
I'll try one.
Can I say...
the fish fingers feel a bit stale, though.
Oh, sorry. Well, someone will be flogged because of that. Can I just say, you make the bow ties look cool, and now you're making the turtleneck
The turtleneck?
Cool. Or is that a polo neck? I think
it's a polo neck. God knows, I don't know. But I thought it was a bit cold tonight.
Keep it warm. Congratulations. You've just watched The Day of the Doctor with hundreds of fans. Millions of people have watched it in 75 countries tonight. It's quite incredible, isn't it? How does it feel?
94, I was told.
Oh, 94?
Yeah.
Oh, right, they told me the truth. How does it feel to be at the heart of something so epic, Matt?
It's a privilege. It's a privilege. You know, like all of us here who have been part of it, it's, we're still going. And, I share it with all these people here, It's just, I feel very pleased and proud to be part of this legacy and, have this whole fabric and identity behind me. And just seeing, like last night, I watched a programme on BBC Three and seeing all the old companions and Peter regenerate, which was brilliant. It's
quite incredible when you're faced with all the companions. I walked into the makeup room earlier on and I was like, oh my goodness me. Seeing them all at one time, it's like reliving my childhood. It's been an astonishing build-up to the episode, a positive frenzy, I think, around the world. How has it been to be caught up in the middle of that? Have you been able to remain calm?
Yeah, I mean, we were at the sort of experience convention thing today and all the fans were there and 50 years, here we are. I'm going to have a gin and tonic now.
I know, can we have 6 gin and tonics, please? And a momentous occasion for Doctor Who after 50 years. What did you first make of the script when Stephen got in touch and said, this is what I've got planned? How excited were you?
Well, he told me that it would be in 3D and he told me that Dave would be back, so I was really, pleased about that. And I'm great friends with Billy, and then we've got John on board, and as you see from the episode, I mean, John just needs to sort of flash his eyes and the camera. There's sort of me and David climbing the walls. and kind of John will just flick his eyes and the cameras are just immediately drawn to him. And I think what's really clever about it is that what he's managed to do is change the mythology of the character, which I think after 50 years is an achievement.
Incredible thing to do. We must talk stunts as well, because at one point you're literally hanging off the TARDIS above Trafalgar Square. Did you really do that? Was that all cheating?
That was me. That was me.
Was you? Wow.
90 foot. That is the biggest crane.
Yes, come on!
Thank you very much.
Giving you a cheer.
Because nowadays, I tell you, with the red tape, it was different in your day. You could do any stunt, I bet. But nowadays, with the red tape that we have, it's ridiculous. So I was like, no, I'm going up. And it's and that's the biggest crane that they've ever had in Trafalgar Square.
Fantastic.
Which is a useless fact, but a fact nevertheless.
A fact nevertheless. It will make it into the book. And let's talk also about the fez. We have one here. You've made the bow tie cool.
Wow.
Do you have a collection of fezzes at home? Is it something that you will don after
Sadly
your time as a
not.
Doctor?
I have one fez. I don't wear them in public. And actually, it hasn't really been on screen that long, but it's I kind of love them.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. It's so exciting to see you. When you walked into the room earlier on, we all went like that. It's Matt Smith. We're going to talk more with Matt very soon. Give a round of applause for Matt Smith, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Tonight's episode saw the Doctor in both Elizabethan England and modern-day London. And if you thought booking a plane ticket was complicated, wait till you see the tricky business of time travel.
Hello, sweetie. He may be a Time Lord, but the Doctor's got a funny old relationship with time travel.
Time travel is like a tear in the fabric of reality.
Sometimes he's very good at it.
Oh, yes! The Globe Theatre.
Other times, not so much.
1979! Hell of a year!
1879. Same difference.
Sometimes it's an excuse to meet his heroes.
Winston Churchill. Doctor.
Other times, it's an excuse to dress up.
You on my way, doll?
He's been back to the Big Bang.
We're heading straight into the biggest explosion in history.
He was there for the birth of the Earth. And he saw its death. He often says you can't change history.
You can't rewrite history. Not one line.
Other times, he's the one meddling.
Brilliant! You are a genius, a genius.
But if other people try to mess with history...
You're a time meddler. And what are you trying to get up to this time?
So basically, he just makes it up as he goes along. He doesn't always know where he's going or when he's going, but you've got to hand it to him. The Doctor is the ultimate time traveller. Happy birthday, sweetie.
Special thanks to the gorgeous Alex Kingston. One river I wouldn't dare to cross. Now, as we know, the Doctor doesn't like travelling alone. We have dozens of former companions with us tonight, not to mention his current shipmate, the irrepressible Clara Oswald. She's joined by the programme's head writer and the man at the very heart of tonight's special. Please give a Gallifreyan welcome to Jenna Coleman, Stephen Moffat and John Hurt. Squeeze up, it's very intimate around
Johnny
here.
Hurt.
Oh, hello, what a lovely... You look beautiful. You look absolutely stunning there, Jenny. John, welcome to the show. Wonderful, wonderful episode tonight. Did you ever think you would be playing such an iconic character? And how did it go when Stephen first got in touch and said this is what he wanted you to do?
When it first happened, I just thought that it would be a bit of fun, frankly. It turned out not to be so much fun as extremely hard work. But my eyes were open. It was fantastic working with both the boys, you know, the companions.
The lads, the young lads. Bless them.
It was a fabulous experience. It opened my eyes, and I'm very, very thrilled that I did it. And I think that Nick's done a fantastic job with the film.
Fantastic. You've now
Not to
joined a
mention the
very
writing.
exclusive club. How does it feel to be a member?
It does make me feel as though it's a very distinct club. It's
Yes,
true.
it is.
Yes, very much so. Certainly of the doctorate.
Yes, the doctorate of the doctors.
Yeah.
Did you used to watch Doctor Who? And who was your doctor, John?
Well, I mean, the one that I saw most was Tom Baker, because he used to come... I used to see him... I used to see him in Soho. I won't say where.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
You can so picture it, can't you?
Quite frequently.
There's some
And
stories later.
He was so full of enthusiasm for it. And it's very interesting seeing him the other day, because he said that everything after playing the Doctor was a downer.
Oh, bless.
Went
Yes,
downhill.
follow that. Don't listen. Don't listen to that.
Also you, because it's...
Jenna, lucky you.
I
3
know.
doctors. Did you have divided loyalties?
Well, I kind of felt, you know, I couldn't stare too long at one without kind of coming back to Matt.
Absolutely.
Yes. Would have been most cross
Also, I
by
was
that.
kind of just quite hyper by being around the 3 of them, so I kind of ended up kind of fangirling just a little bit, like having 3 doctors to play with.
I know. Goodness, the mind boggles. Was there a personal highlight for you? Was there a moment when you really had to pinch yourself betwixt the 3?
It was the first day of filming, and it's the shot in the TARDIS where we're about to go to the Black Archives, and it's the shot where all 3 doctors whip their heads and look at me. And that was one of the first scenes I did with the 3 doctors, and every time they did it, it took that moment before I could go... It's just the iconic image of the 3 of them was so great.
I'm standing here today amongst, look, this I think is a record-breaking amount of Doctor's companions in one space. Look at them all, they're beautiful. And you are part of that gang, Jenna. I mean, does that feel quite special to be one of them?
Absolutely. It's so special, you know, and we've been saying this all week to be here on the show and kind of being able to celebrate the last 50 years and be part of this enormous, unique thing is beyond.
You're kind of part of a gang, aren't you?
Yeah, totally. It's like it's a club.
It is a club, a very special club. Stephen, can I say on behalf of all the fans, by the way, and as a fan myself, thank you for such an incredible episode tonight. It was absolutely brilliant. So much in it. I think we should have a round of applause, actually. Thank you. It's so brilliant. Thank you, John Hurt. Where did you even start?
Well, obviously, the one thing I knew is they all had to turn up in it.
Yes.
And I had to lie about that. And that's been exhausting for a very long while. So I knew that. I knew that I wanted to make it about the Time War. And I wanted that 16-year gap to mean something. Because it was so exciting, I think, at the end of The Name of the Doctor, when you discovered that during those 16 years it was off air, while Michael Gray unwisely axed him. There was a whole other Doctor we got conned out of. We could have had the adventures of John Hurt.
I know.
During the 80s, during the 90s. But, Michael... God. But anyway, so it was just great to get him to have that extra Doctor to plug him in, and to get John Hurt to play it is just so it's so exciting. We couldn't quite believe that.
What do you think? Because you're a lifelong fan. What do you think the 10-year-old Stephen Moffat would say to you now, having just seen what you've achieved?
I sometimes think the 10-year-old Stephen Moffat might say to me, "Are you never going to watch anything else?" I thought I'd grow up at some point. No, I think, look, you're talking to the 10-year-old Stephen Moffat.
Yeah, I know.
There hasn't been any progress since then. I love Doctor Who to bits, as anyone can tell.
OK, so exciting to see Peter Capaldi, possibly, in there tonight, and Tom Baker. Now, unfortunately, the great Tom Baker couldn't be with us this evening, but earlier on, Rick caught up with him for a brief chat about his time at the controls of the TARDIS. Brilliant.
Tom Baker, how are you?
I'm radiant.
You are radiant. We've got to start by talking about the big reveal. You are the surprise in the Day of the Doctor special episode.
I never forget a face.
I know you don't.
How did it feel to be back in Doctor Who?
Some of the fans who just watch television, of course, don't necessarily listen to audio adventures. But I am still Doctor Who. If I were you... without having to run about or do anything very dangerous.
So when the producers approached you about being in the special episode, was it an easy decision to say yes?
I don't know what... Are they using something of mine in the special?
Have you not seen it?
Ah, you mean they've got some old footage or something?
OK, let me say this. The Curator.
The Curator. So, what do you make of the title? I once had a fling with a girl who was a curator at the British Library. Perhaps I was you, of course. Or perhaps you are me.
How would you sum up 50 years of Doctor Who?
It's been my entire existence, so, I'm delighted to be celebrating it.
And have you got any message that you'd like to give to the fans or the viewers?
They give me the credit for making Saturday more fun than it really was, in between the football and Basil Brush and Bruce Forsyth. And I was right up there with all those legends, yes, and I'm grateful. It was the happiest time of my whole life.
Oh, couldn't give it up for Tom Baker. What an absolute legend. Such a legend. We've had lots of people have been getting in touch to the show via Twitter. We've got some questions for you all here. Matt, did you get to keep your sonic screwdriver, says Robert C. Evening, Robert.
Yes, I did, in a lovely hand-carved box.
Right, OK. I've got one here. Can you show us the action working? Look at that. It's beautiful.
That is a real one, yeah.
It is. Yeah. It's so weighty, actually.
Yeah.
OK, do you share any personality traits with the Doctor, says Charms Richardson?
Oh, no, he's far more interesting than I am afraid. I think it's, if anything, clumsiness.
Clumsiness. OK, yes. Nodding there. I know, Jenna's nodding there. Stephen, what's the best thing that happened on set during the filming of the 50th episode? From Doctor Who OMG.
God, what was the best thing? I can't...
John Hurt.
John Hurt turning on, and the first time he spoke.
Brilliant. Now, something very exciting for us all, and fingers crossed this is going to go well. One particular group of fans have been watching the special in Los Angeles. They're joining Doctor Who on this, the 23rd of November, to celebrate a special day of their very own that they've called 1D Day. Hopefully we can now hook up with them as we go live to LA and speak exclusively to Louis and Niall Niall, and the guys from One Direction. There they are. It's Louis and Niall. We can now hook up with them. Live to LA and speak exclusively to Louis and Niall and the guys from One Direction. There they are. It's Louis and Niall. There's a 15-minute delay, but it's all going to be fine. To Louis and Niall and the guys from One Direction. There they are. Wherever you want. Boys, firstly, how's it going, your live broadcast? Wherever you want. Boys, firstly, how's it going, your live broadcast?
It's going really well. We're in our third hour at the moment, and we're having a lot of fun, and we've got a lot of viewers. So we wanted to hook up with you guys, and we just wanted to say congratulations on such a great anniversary, and it's a big part of British culture, some would say, Doctor Who.
Yes,
and
very true.
Very true now, very true.
You are now live. You can speak to Jenna and Stephen and John Hurt. What are your questions, boys?
Very true now, very true.
You are now live. You can speak to Jenna and Stephen and John Hurt. What are your questions, boys?
Very true now, very true.
You are now live. You can
got them on our little presenter cue card here. Now, would you like to read the first question?
Okay. The only downside is that we've been doing the show. We've not yet seen the new episode. How epic does it feel to have such a big episode?
Oh, yeah. Firstly, hello, boys. I hope the show is going well out there. Happy 1D day.
Whee!
Yeah, it's groovy, man. It's in 3D. I hope you like it. It's cool.
Fantastic. Brilliant. I love the fact that the amazing things you can do with television, and the Doctor can do anything, but we can't get rid of the delay to LA. It's incredible. Boys, have you got any more questions? Television, and the Doctor can do anything, but we can't get rid of the delay to LA. It's incredible. Boys, have you got any more questions?
Yeah, I personally have been a huge fan of Doctor Who for years.
Stephen,
as the boss of the show,
boys, have you got any more questions?
What is your favourite ever? I personally have been a huge fan of Doctor Who for years.
Stephen,
as the boss of the show, I actually think this is not working, and we do love you. We love Doctor Who. It's just not working. So
That's impossible.
In the name of God, we can't do
this.
this.
To tweet you, it might be a lot easier. Let's give it up for One Direction, everybody. I think that went brilliantly. Good luck with 1T Day, boys, and thanks so much for taking part in the show.
We have redefined live link
I think we really have. That's me never working again. Thank you so much. It's been brilliant to see you. Matt Smith and Jenna and Stephen and John Hurt. Brilliant. Big round of applause. That's the word from LA. Rick is talking to some more fans over there. Rick.